Welcome to our channel, Worth It or Waste of Time. I'm Russell, this is Lex, and today we're going to review the movie Spider-Man Brand New Day.
I'll give the summary on that. So, Spider-Man Brand New Day follows the movie No Way Home, when everybody forgets who Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, is. And it starts with him just, saving the city, all that. Like a montage through 4 years of saving the city because we see that Ned and MJ go through college.
Yeah, and an important point to note is that he doesn't tell Ned and MJ at the end of No Way Home that he's Spider-Man, you know me. Even though he promises to, he doesn't do it, right? And so they don't know who he is, and they go through all of college without knowing Peter or Spider-Man.
Yeah, and after 4 years later, after everybody forgets him, there's something bad happens in the city where people can be like possessed by someone who can hop from mind to mind and control them and
Make them do things, yeah.
Make them do things, find out what they're thinking. And so it's basically just him going up against that villain, and Hulk's in it, Punisher's in it, and it's basically just defeating that person. I won't tell you what that person is because it's a pretty big spoiler. So
yeah, we'll leave that one out. That's kind of a fun one to discover for yourself.
So what would it be like?
Yeah, I love this one. I thought it was great. I thought it was very similar to a lot of the other Spider-Man movie. My favorite Spider-Man movie is No Way Home. And admittedly, part of the reason is a nostalgia factor on that one. I love that Andrew Garfield and we talked about No Way Home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we reviewed No Way Home and Tobey Maguire in it. That one's a 10 out of 10 for me, so it's hard to reach those heights. But this one was very, very good. I thought it was as good as any of the other Spider-Man movies, like Far From Home, Homecoming, even some of the older ones, Spider-Man 1 and 2 from Tobey Maguire. Very, very good movie. And a very good Marvel movie as well. I really liked that it's kind of got back to the roots on this one. It's going back to, he doesn't need to be fighting multiverse threats anymore, and
I was just about to say that, yeah.
It's just going back to the norm of there's a villain that we have to stop and defeat, and this is how I'm doing it. And he's still
potato stuff.
Yeah, it's smaller potatoes. But he still has his journey in it, right? Spider-Man still has to grow and develop and become someone different. One of the things that happens in this movie that I don't think, I'm going to say this one, it's not too spoilery, is that he's kind of evolving in this movie and becoming a different type of Spider-Man, much closer to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, because in the other Spider-Man movies, he uses this technology that he created to make his webs, whereas in this movie, he's actually developing more spider-like powers, and he can actually shoot organic webs from his wrists, which is cool. So just like Tobey Maguire, and he makes a couple comments in the movie about that too, so it's funny. You go ahead.
What I liked about it is that, like you said, it's kind of like a small threat, kind of, and it's not that big, and I feel like that made it just a little bit better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Another thing that I liked is, I guess, the cast and the amount of characters in it.
Oh, yeah.
Gave you some options on who you really wanted to like. Another thing I liked is the soundtrack. You haven't listened to it yet.
I've listened to some of it. It's good. I like the soundtrack. And I'm going to listen to more of it. But
Did you listen to the first and last one?
Not after. I haven't listened to it since we watched it, but I noticed it when we were watching it.
Okay. I liked the soundtrack, too.
Okay. And the action in the movie was really good, too.
Yeah. Cinematography was great also. There's a scene where like Spider-Man is diving down and there's like a camera on his mask.
Okay.
So what didn't you like about it?
So getting to what I didn't like, and I'm actually going to go back to something you said about the cast of characters that you liked. I also liked it, but also didn't like it. This is something that was kind of hit and miss for me. Some of the ones that I liked being in this that I thought really worked well was Punisher, John Bernthal playing Punisher. Frank Castle, man, he is just the perfect Punisher. He sold it, and he was in every scene that he was in. I was happy to see him in the scene. He did so well. Some of the other characters they had in this movie, so I'm going to say this. There was one other character in the movie the one that ends up being the villain that I really liked in the movie. But I won't say much more about it. I just, that character, they did really well, and I loved every scene that they were in. There were two other characters that I didn't like in the movie, and I thought them being shoved into it, it didn't work, and it wasn't necessary. One of them was White Widow.
White Widow.
Yeah, White Widow was
But in the
just
movie
a
they call
couple
Black
of,
Widow.
Oh yeah, she's Black Widow. She's the new Black Widow. That's
But
what
I think
thought.
it's White Widow.
I don't know. Anyway, the character that takes over as the new Black Widow, she's in a couple scenes, just small scenes, and I didn't really see that it was necessary. In fact, I felt like those scenes could have been cut completely and it would not have changed the movie at all. So that was one. The other one is a little surprising, and it's Mark Ruffalo as Hulk.
But is it surprising?
It's a little surprising because I like Mark Ruffalo and I like Hulk. I think for a couple of movies, I've had issues with Hulk as a character. And the problem is there's no cohesive story to Hulk. It goes from, Hulk, just existing, being this guy, to all of a sudden, in the next movie, Hulk has this relationship with Black Widow, which goes nowhere. And then in the next one, Hulk is in Ragnarok, appearing on this random planet, right? And how did he get there? And then after that one, it's, and Hulk now has a son from the other movie. What's it called? She-Hulk, right? And now he has a son. And then in Infinity War, Hulk won't come out because, he's angry or something. And then in Avengers Endgame, he's now Professor Hulk, and they've all fixed it, coming together. And now in this one again, he's back to he needs a device to control the Hulk. It's just so all over the place for the Hulk. And I'm like, honestly, it might be fixed if there was a Hulk movie, but there's so many different storylines for Hulk that it feels completely scattered and random. And I just don't like it anymore. I'm like, we need a cohesive story with the Hulk. And he feels kind of like the punchline to all of these movies. He's like, okay, well, we need some more destruction to happen. What are we gonna do? Hey, I know, let's throw the Hulk in there. He causes a lot of destruction. I'm like, okay, yeah, we know that. We've been there, we've done that before. Which is a little silly to say because my problem isn't with the stuff we've done before. It's with all of the random new stuff that just changes randomly and we don't see why it happens. I don't know. I had issues with the Hulk in this movie. I thought he wasn't necessarily needed for the movie to work well. I thought they could have used other people. But I also think we need a Hulk movie. So I don't know. What do you think?
There's something I didn't like about it. This movie. There was two scenes about this movie that I didn't like that much. Mm-hmm. There was one scene where Spider-Man gets information about something called VMAX. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you're supposed to find out what it is at the very end of the movie. And what it leads up to is extremely disappointing.
Yeah, it's nothing, basically.
It's nothing.
You find out that the word means nothing.
Yeah. And another thing I didn't like is there's a scene in part of Spider-Man's memories with Aunt May, and it plays like 3 different times, and it's like cuts off each time, but something adds on more to it. And I was like, oh, maybe on the last time we see it, it'll tell us something important. But no, it just added on to more emotion, and I didn't like that. I wanted to build up to something, and nothing.
I liked that scene. I didn't have a problem with it. I'm going to throw one other thing on there, and again, this is, I think, similar to the characters, but it wasn't exactly. It was the Hand, that fighting group that he fights. I thought they were really cool. And I thought they were underused, I think. I felt like they could have been in more of the movie. They were really only in one of the last scenes, and they fought him, and it was a cool fight, but I just felt like they could have been used more. Having seen some of the other movies like The Defenders and Iron Fist and stuff, they seem much more formidable in those other types of movies.
They're in The Defenders.
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure the Hand is there. Anyway, that's a different version of Marvel. But they could have been used much more, I felt like. And from the scenes that they were in with Spider-Man at the end that worked so well, I think that they would have made it even better if they'd have been in more of the movie. I will say that another thing that I liked, though, and I'll add this later, actually. We'll talk about it in the categories. So let's go ahead and move on to categories. First one, special effects.
Great special effects.
So that's the one I was going to mention. I thought that this did really well in the special effects, especially in that fight scene with the Hand at the end. There's a couple of cool moves that Spider-Man does that have never been done before. And I think it's a little funny though, because one of the moves he does at the very end, I kind of think he's never going to do that again now because it was so cool.
What?
The one where he uses his webs and gets the whole place just like a giant web everywhere and traps everyone at once. He just like spits it out.
Explodes
basically
web.
explodes web.
Every single pore that he has,
but this
web came out of it.
This is kind of what I'm talking about. They have these super cool things that they have appear in one movie. Like in Iron Man, it was the one-off laser that chops everybody in half. It's a one-off. I can only do it one time. And then he never uses it again, you know? And in this one, it's the Spider-Man web explosion that's super cool, but now I feel like he's never going to use it again. Anyway, special effects. You said you liked them.
They were good. Nothing really to say. Special effects, they're great. There's nothing really bad about that I saw about it.
Okay. Acting.
Acting. I like the acting of Tom Holland the most, I think.
Yeah, Tom Holland was really good in this one. I thought the villain character, their acting was also really good. I liked them a lot. And then John Bernthal, amazing.
Soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
I love the soundtrack on this one. Not only did it mix in soundtracks, but it also had a good music to it, like actual
Melody.
like songs to it.
I'm gonna have to listen to it some more. I liked it, but I need to kind of get more into it to hear really how it sounds without the movie itself, or watch the movie again to hear it, because I'm a huge fan of soundtracks. And then last one is story. Yeah. The story was really good in this one too. I liked the story. Again, there were parts of it that I'm like, I feel like this is unnecessary, but the main storyline was very good.
I agree. Nothing really to say about it. Yeah, I was glad that the movie was longer than it was.
Yeah, me too.
Because there was one scene
longer. It could have ended, and then it kept going, and that's what makes.
There was this one scene with the Hulk in this building, and I thought that would be the climax in the end of the movie. But I was glad it wasn't, because I wanted to see more of it. So.
Agreed. The third act of the movie, really, that's what I think makes the movie much better. All right, so let's go ahead and give it our ratings.
Final score. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. This is my second favorite Spider-Man movie, and I felt like they did this one very well. After
Far From Home.
My favorite one is Far From Home.
Far From Home. Okay, this is my second favorite too, but not Far From Home. It's No Way Home. For me, I'm giving this an 8.5. It's my first mid rating, but I think it's good. It's one of the better Spider-Man movies. Again, not as good as No Way Home, but just very good. It's one I'm going to want to watch again, and it's got lots of great side characters in it. It feels like, Spider-Man put the work in, but the side characters, they put the overtime in.
Yeah.
So, worth it or a waste of time? Worth it.
Definitely. It was worth it to watch it. I saw it in theaters twice. You only saw it once.
Yeah.
Saw it with friends, then saw it with you guys.
See it before you get it spoiled, because it's fun to watch.
It's going to get spoiled.
It might get, you might get it spoiled.
It's the highest grossing movie right now at it just crossed $1 billion.
I'll say this, as far as the spoilers go, I kind of already knew what was going to happen. I knew what the big spoiler was, but I still really enjoyed the movie. So even if you've been spoiled already, still see this movie because it's really good.
That's our take. Give us yours, and we'll see you on the next one.